Earlier this year, I had the privilege of attending a lecture given by an author who had done extensive research prior to President Barack Obama taking office in 2008. And he found the story of another African-American man who had a connection to the White House. And in fact, this person was a butler who served under several administrations in a career that spanned decades. And he was able to witness the first African-American president of the United States. Coming from a time period where his father was essentially a sharecropper, not treated much better than a slave, and was murdered in front of him. So the movie is a little bit heavy because it starts with that. It starts with a little child witnessing their father being killed, and their mother being raped, for that matter. So this movie has heavy themes and heavy undertones that you need to understand and appreciate going in, so that you know what you're getting into. That being said, this is an informative, inspiring, historically accurate depiction of the life of this man, and played in a masterful way by Forest Whitaker. I love Forest Whitaker, several other movies that I've seen with him in them. It's not easy to portray someone over the course of decades because he had to age, he had to change his gait as he was walking and things, his speech became a little slower. You see him go all the way up to being an old man. So an impressive job done by Forest Whitaker. Oprah Winfrey gets top billing in this, but that's probably because she backed the project more. She was fine as an actress, but really kind of a supporting role. And there's no way that the two of them are equal in camera time. The story definitely revolves around Forest Whitaker. But one of the things I think was incredible about this film was you're seeing an inside perspective on the civil rights movement from a man whose son starts as a freedom rider and ends up joining the Black Panthers. And you see this evolution as he's in Selma and he's marching with Dr. King and then Malcolm X. And you witness the civil rights story unfold. And this is really the story of, all the way from like post-slavery America where blacks still didn't have rights, all the way up to an African-American taking the oath of office as president of the United States. So it's a masterful way to tell a story by using the story of one person and one family to mirror the progression over time. I mean, it reminded me of Roots. It's like if Roots had a part 2 that picked up where LeVar Burton left off, it would probably be The Butler. Really a phenomenal movie. So if you've seen Roots and you enjoyed that, well, I can't enjoy slavery, but you appreciated that movie for the historical elements of it and the depiction of reality for a lot of people and how that made you feel, then you will love The Butler. This movie seemed to have been a passion project for people, and you'll forgive me for reading some of the list of the cast here because there's several different presidents that they had to have in there. So listen to some of these actors. John Cusack, Jane Fonda, Cuba Gooding Jr., Terrence Howard, Lenny Kravitz, James Marsden. He's Martin Luther, or excuse me, he's JFK, and he does a phenomenal job as JFK. David Oyelowo, I apologize, I don't know how to say his name, but I know who he is. Alan Rickman, Liev Schreiber, and Robin Williams. I mean, that is a phenomenal all-star cast. Music by Gladys Knight and Lenny Kravitz. It's a phenomenal movie, and it's done really well. So years ago, Netflix would give customized recommendations based on things that you had enjoyed in the past, and they recommended for me, realizing that I'm about as baseline white as they come, right? White, middle-class male, heterosexual, live in the suburbs, but I love and appreciate people from all backgrounds, races, genders, etc. So Netflix recommended for me a category that said, based on your interest in movies with a strong black female lead, right? And they were right. I love those movies. So we have tons of those. We have The Help. We have Barbershop. We have pretty much anything that Queen Latifah's been in because we really like her dumb movies. Like The Holiday. That's not The Holiday. what is it? The Last Holiday. Thank you. So we've seen all of these movies and we love them. This one, though, treats all of those things with a kind of reverence that's more similar to Hidden Figures than it is to like Medea's Christmas or something. So know what you're getting into going in. It does have, drug use and, sexual content and things. It's fairly mild in that category, just more overtones and things. But the depictions of the civil rights, and they weave in real news footage and things, and it's tough to watch. It's a period of our history that we don't want to revisit. But for anyone who is interested in history, any Obama fans especially would probably love seeing this story that culminates in this crowning achievement, which is witnessing our country, I don't want to say overcoming that divide, but bridging the gap by electing our first African-American president. It's a phenomenal movie. Go check it out. We got this on a Black Friday deal a couple of years ago, but I will leave a link in the description below to where you can pick up a copy now. Digital copy, DVD, Blu-ray, whatever. It's an excellent movie. If you want to see a Forest Whitaker movie and you're not in the mood for like a historical drama that's, nonfiction, right? Then maybe you want to check out Vantage Point, which is a great movie that Forest Whitaker stars in, and kind of a polar opposite from this one. Okay. That's going to do it for this Mark Reviews Movies. Thank you for your patience. Subscribe to this channel by clicking over here. And on this side, check out some of the other reviews that I've done. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this movie. If you haven't seen it, are you interested in seeing it now based on this review? Let me know. And as always, thank you for subscribing.